Welcome back to one of the Bears Probably Plays YouTube channel. Today is Saturday, December 28th, and I am back for some Saturday Bowl games. We still have some bigger games to talk about today. Bigger games are going to be on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, but we've got some fun bowl games today. One of my favorite games, we will be talking about the Pop-Tart Bowl, an absolute thriller last year for Kansas State, and we're going to talk about that game just a little bit. We have two games today. Iowa State going up against Miami will be the first, and BYU going up against Colorado, something I love to see that I'm going to talk about in that game as well. But before that, let's take a look at the recap from Friday night. Texas Tech is the loser right now. It is 19-36. Taj Brooks did not play in this game. He said the entire time he was going to play, even went to Texas Tech website, looked at some student blogs. They're like, yeah, he's going to play. He's ready to play. 8 hours before the game, it came out and said, still questioning if he's going to play. 1 hour before the game, still questioning he's going to play. 30 minutes before the game, comes out in street clothes, not warming up the team. 2 minutes before the game, not playing. Well, we already knew at the 30-minute mark, but I just wanted to be extra sure on that one. 2 minutes before the game, he is ruled out. So Texas Tech money line was a problem because I know Will Hammond's not a good quarterback, and I was really looking to lean on the running game, 1,500 yards with your running back, so that's a huge, huge missing piece. Arkansas had everybody out besides Taylon Green. Turns out Taylon Green is enough to still put up a lot of points on that brutally bad Texas Tech defense. They scored 21 points in a blink of the eye. Texas Tech cut it to 2. Arkansas went down, kicked the 3 at halftime. Arkansas got the ball out of halftime, scored. It's just been a slippery slope down for Texas Tech since then. Hammond threw a pick inside the red zone. Hammond took a safety, 8-yard sack. This kid can't play. It's not his fault. He was put in a spot. He can't perform. So I knew Hammond was going to be a problem. I was really hoping Texas Tech would rely on the running game with Taj Brooks, but he was ruled out. So that's a tough loss there. 0-1 start. Other plays, we have USC +4. I got them actually +3.5 tonight going up against A&M. They have not started yet. I'm looking forward to watch that game. We also have Jaden Mavi in that game, over 243.5 passing yards as well. Watching Syracuse and Washington State also. This game's been really fun to watch. 35-21 right now, 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Washington State doesn't have anybody, and Syracuse has just been scoring nonstop, but Washington State has been fighting. So, I mean, hopefully this continues to be a good game. I don't think it will be. I think Syracuse might put up 70 points, but we'll see. Let's go talk about the games for tomorrow. We have Iowa State going in against Miami. This is going to be a fantastic game, and not only is it going to be a great competition between two teams that have been very good this season, but it's going to be the Pop-Tart Bowl. And last season, the Pop-Tart Bowl took everything over. Twitter, Facebook. I don't get on Facebook, but Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's a social media darling. And last year, the live mascot, he puts his life on the line every single day, night in, night out, in the cabinet, to the toaster. He puts his life on the line. A live execution of a strawberry Pop-Tart as Kansas State wins. He goes into the toaster. He comes out extra crispy, ready to eat, hot and warm, and he just serves the entire Kansas State team who won the game. Nobody will forget that fallen Pop-Tart, but this year, there's supposed to be 3 of them. There's supposed to be 3 Pop-Tarts on the field, 3 Pop-Tart mascots, 3 opportunities to be the Pop-Tart that is toasted in this game. My initial guess is Strawberry will be making another appearance. I'm going to guess Wild Berry is going to be on the field in this game, and I'm going to throw out something that's crazy. I'm going to say an unfrosted S'mores Pop-Tart will be the 3rd Pop-Tart in this game after deep diving, doing some information on the Pop-Tarts. Sprinkles will be on the sidelines as well. I see Sprinkles on the white chalk. So this game's going to be fun. Also, nobody opting out really in this game. We have a lot of players sticking around playing. Cam Ward said he's going to play. Miami is still hopeful he's going to play, but just like the Taj Brooks thing, he might opt out 4 hours before the game. I don't really care. I'm going to take the over. And now it's 27-31. Doesn't technically hit the over 57.5, but I think this game's going to be like 40-40. Iowa State, they've been great at passing the ball down the field with Rocco this season. Miami, over the last 5 or 6 or 7 games, they've been horrible defensively. I know the numbers for them this season are pretty good, but they're going against some weak opponents. When they play good opponents, when they play good offensive teams, they give up a ton of yards. Iowa State hasn't been anything special defensively this season either, and Miami, with Cam Ward, all those weapons, going to be a lot of points scored in this game. I love everything about this game. I'm going to take the over. It just seems right. So give me the over, 57.5 as the play. Let's go to the next game. I love this game because kind of like the Iowa State game, nobody's really opting out, and nobody opted out for Colorado except a few people for BYU. We have Shedeur and Travis playing in this game. That is the number 1 and number 2 pick probably in the NFL draft. That's awesome. I love seeing that. I hope they both do play. They said they were going to play. And if they do, I think Colorado wins this game by at least 10 points. I'm going to take them to win this game minus 3.5. BYU this season's been interesting. I think they've been getting, they got lucky through the first 10 games. I guess I can say they were winning games like the Chiefs used to do. But the Chiefs, the difference between Chiefs and BYU, Chiefs show up against some good quality opponents and they beat them handily. BYU showed up against some good quality opponents down the stretch of the season and they lost. And they choked and they couldn't win the game in the fourth quarter. And I think Colorado is a very good team this season, not disrespecting BYU in any way. I think they're a fine quality team. I just think Colorado, with the number 1 pick in the draft and probably the number 2 pick in the draft on their team on the offensive side, putting up all those numbers, I think they will come out with a 10-point plus win in this game. I love Colorado in this game. Defense is playing a lot better this season. Saw BYU players on TikTok. Didn't love that whatsoever. So I'm all the way off BYU. I'm going to take Colorado here, minus 3.5. We're going to go to the player prop. Shedeur Sanders. This is his... I think he's already going to be the number 1 pick in the draft, even though at the beginning of the season, I wasn't sure that he was going to, be an NFL quarterback. Hand up. I talked about that multiple times. I think he's going to be, just fine in the NFL. I don't know if he's going to be able to translate all of his talent from college to the NFL. It's always a tough transition, but with his dad being, Coach Prime, and, he's got all the talent in the world. So he's probably going to do a pretty good job in the NFL no matter where he goes to. I think what's going to happen is that wherever he gets drafted, maybe Prime goes with him. I think that's what people are saying nowadays. So I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. But I hope he does well in the NFL. I thought he was a really selfish player. At times he definitely was, threw his O-line under the bus a lot, but had a couple big-time moments, big character moments over the last, 6, 7, 8 weeks. And I think he's growing up a little bit, and I think he could be a good player in the NFL. Hopefully he's a good player in this game. Over 321.5 passing yards. BYU defensively this season, they've been pretty good. But again, the opponents they've been playing, not great. They play in the same conference as Big 12, but as Colorado. So, Colorado's been playing the same teams. But Shedeur Sanders has no problem putting up 300-plus yards going up against Big 12 teams. I think he's going to have another monster game in this game. 438 yards going up against Oklahoma State. Really didn't play the fourth quarter either. So I think he's going to have a monster game. This is his wrap it up, put a bow on it, NFL tape. I'm very glad he's playing. I think a lot of NFL teams, a lot of NFL, owners, GMs are going to look at this and say, this is a competitor. He's going out with a bang, and I think people will respect him for that. So I like Shedeur Sanders in this game, over 321.5 passing. Next play is going to be Rocco Beck, another guy that I think might get some looks in the NFL level. I know he's nothing close to Shedeur Sanders, but he's been a leader for Iowa State for multiple years. Kind of reminds me of someone like Brock Purdy, who got drafted last in the NFL. Made a little bit of a name himself in the NFL, and he's probably going to get paid at least, a healthy amount in the offseason this season. Probably didn't have his best season on his payday year, but, he's still probably going to get paid quite a bit. I like Rocco Beck in this game. Over 242.5 passing. I talked about that Miami defense a little bit. They haven't been anything special, and they've been giving up a lot of points this season. They only give up 331.7 yards per game, but the scores they've given up 35-plus points a couple times this season, not even against very high-quality opponents. So I like Iowa State to make this game interesting. I think they put up a lot of points in this one. I'm going to go with the over 242.5 passing. Rocco Beck has been slinging the ball around this season. When Iowa State gets into a shootout, he really, really, really can tear apart secondary. So I like him in this game, over 242.5 passing as the final play of the day. Also in the Pop-Tart Bowl, taking the over in that game. Got to take all the overs for that one. I like the over in the Pop-Tart Bowl, 57.5. I'm going to call, let's go. Nobody knows the Pop-Tarts, by the way. I think it's just strawberry everybody knows. I'm going to go, what did I say? Wild berry. I'm going to go wild berry gets dunked in this game in the toaster and people eat wild. Oh, no, wait. Wait. I guess people can be allergic to strawberry too, right? Maybe we have some food allergies to worry about in this game with the Pop-Tart. I don't know. I have to do some more research. I'll have to do some more research for the Pop-Tart. Colorado minus 3.5 is going to be the second play. We have Rocco Beck over 242.5 passing. And then Shedeur Sanders over 321.5 passing going up against BYU. I think Colorado puts up a big number in that game. Guys, it's going to do it for the college football plays and props for Saturday, December 28th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please share, drop a like on this video, and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.